Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Hi, how are you? Hey, Diane, how are you? It's good to see you this morning. Are you doing well? Well, I don't really see you, but are you doing well? I am your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics. I got to get all my digital devices up here. Things are moving fast.
Your video's lagging.
It is it not? You want me to shut down and come back?
Yeah, let's see if that'll work.
How is that? Is that better or is it still lagging?
Your audio's really bad.
Really bad, huh? Okay. So the video's not lagging, but the audio is?
The audio's kind of got a robotic sound to it.
Okay, robotic sound on the audio. Okay.
There's a
All right,
lot
we're going to shut down.
There's a lot of what?
I don't know, it's just really weird sounding.
Static?
Yeah, and like a static and buzz. It's really bad.
Okay, shut down one more time. Folks, stay with us. We'll be back. We'll get it corrected. Just stay with us. Give me 30 seconds, Diane. We're going to shut down one more time.
Any better?
Yep, I think that did it.
Did that do it? Okay.
At least your audio is way better.
What about my video?
Yeah, you're good.
How's my hair? It's my only concern.
We won't talk about your hair.
All right. So, look, folks, I'm going to totally and completely blame it on Diane, but I'm like Josh McCoon. I have to blame it on somebody, right? Because as Josh McCoon didn't do it, there you go, Diane, right? So it's 8:06. I apologize for the delay. Diane, thank you very much. I think I know what happened, and it would be me. I think I know what happened, Diane. Keep an eye on it for me, okay? I'm your host, BKP. Let's get this party started. Let's light this candle. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. I know. Thank you for bearing with us. Someone said I sounded like Darth Vader. I don't know. Maybe I'll go with that next time, Diane. I got a message that you sound like Darth Vader. I'm like, okay, we can go with that.
Your voice wasn't that deep, though.
Ha ha ha. You know what? I got to keep an eye on my electronic devices because we have a lot of moving parts. Now, we're going to get into everything that happened over the weekend. There's some politics moving. I know some things are moving throughout the world. There's some politics moving that we're going to focus on. Now, if you're out there from sea to shining sea at 10 o'clock, you don't want to miss today. You do not want to miss today's program at 10 o'clock. You want to call your friends and tell them tune in. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to start out by saying Karen Henshaw, the executive finance guru, whatever you do over there at the Georgia GOP, Inc. for 15 years. Josh McCoon, chairman over the Georgia GOP, Inc. Alex Kaufman, the attorney, Richard Stone, Justin Rice, the Georgia GOP executive director, Cue Ball, Travis Bowden, all the above. I hope and pray that nothing is being shredded. Mm-hmm. I just hope, because what's that I hear in the background? I hope that's not a shredder. Because I'm going to tell you what, we have talked about the level of what I feel is very corrupt behind that closed door. And it is starting to roll out left and right. It really is. We're going to show you some things today that the research department out there, that is you, and they don't like you because the research department has put together some things. Well, just get ready. I'm going to give you a little preview. Then we're going to get to Donald J. Trump. And so you remember, let me just give you this, number 8, okay? And we're going to start with this. Now, and I have, Diane, when we get into the videos, there'll be a lot of timestamps. I didn't send them over, but I have them prepared. And I appreciate you. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but rather by those who watch them without doing anything to stop them. And that is the basis of our show. We have no use for corruption, mismanagement. All right. Now, even Princess was out Friday night. Yes, even Princess was out Friday night, and we'll get into that. Give me 23. Now, you remember last week, right? We discussed Alloy Personal, right? $479. We discussed that last week. Now, Josh McCoon, this is a personal trainer, and it's put down as a meeting, and it has a split share. Do you see a federal share and a non-federal share? Now, let me clear up something that the chairman said Saturday when he went down to his friendly Chatham County, where they've got an enormous check for a watch party because they are friends of Josh. If you're friends of Josh, just saying, friends of Josh. All right. Now, here's what I want to tell you before I go any further on this. This right here, somebody has to put this in. All right. Alloy Personal. So if Josh used his GOP credit card for something personal, there's another layer here. All right. Because the chairman, Josh McCoon, does not fill these out. He doesn't fill these out. So whoever filled this out doesn't question anything. It's a reoccurring charge. You will see that it's a reoccurring charge. And whoever filled this out, what is this? And did Josh say, oh, that's where we had a meeting? Who decided to line item at meeting? You see, nothing about what Josh McCoon is in deep SHI asterisk here. Even to the point, save this segment, all right? Even to the point that he has loyal followers that are calling each other and saying, Do we just say it was a mistake? How do we cover this? What's our talking points? They're trying to figure their talking points out. So now somebody entered this, somebody decided it was a meeting, and somebody decided the non-federal and the federal share. So give me, this is, we're going to break everything down today. You're going to see some things. This is Saturday morning. Josh is down in Chatham County, right? And he's hanging out with, give me number, where's that at? Give me number 135. One of the greatest parts of serving the Georgia GOP First District, my friendship with the best state chair in America. And if you don't believe that, you're a witch or demonic or demons. I had to throw the little extra in. So that's Candace running for Congress First District with Josh. So Josh goes down there. Now, don't forget, we'll show you a little later in the program where Chatham County got a very nice check for their watch party because they are friends of Josh. So this is where Josh is at Saturday. And this is starting to get pretty hot. Listen close. Listen. I'm telling you, pay attention. Listen to this. By the way, Josh is the chairman of the Georgia GOP, Inc. Josh is running for re-election. Josh should resign today. So give me video 19.
Again, I can talk about every single thing you saw in that video. The one thing I do want to address directly with you is party finances, because I think it's really important for everybody to understand what's going on. There is one charge that I made that was an auto draft. I got finished with the November election, and this is sort of embarrassing to admit to everyone, but I was in the worst physical shape of my life, so I went to sign up for a gym membership. I gave them the wrong credit card. It took about 90 days to unwind that mistake. I fully reimbursed the Georgia Republican Party, and I apologize to you for that mistake that I made.
We are going to name this Fat Boy Scandal. Fat Boy Gate. Fat Boy Gate. Fat boy within rough shape. Hey, I got it. We call it the Chubby Cheek Scandal. Little fat boy needed personal trainer. He was sweating with the oldies. Diane, by the way, throw that one at me. Give me number 101, right? Yes, Josh was sweating to the oldies. Little chubby cheek, trying to work it off. Had too many steaks at the steakhouse, did you, Josh? Oh, I get it. I've been there. So anyhow, we can't stay on that. We got to get to something else. So anyhow, take that down, Diane. Damn it. That's just not right. So now Josh accidentally pulled out the Georgia GOP credit card, right? Give me number 54, the credit card. The Georgia GOP credit card. It was an accident, all right? Now, I don't know about you. Just saying. Here, use this one. It should go through. I just raised $3 million. I'm sorry. You can't make that up. I raised 3 million buckaroos. Use this one. It'll go. And get my wife's dry cleaning, by the way. I don't know that happened. We'll talk about it later. Anyhow, so I don't know about you. Here's one of the many reasons Josh, Katie Frost, they all hate me. It's called common sense. You can laugh at me if you want, but I got common sense, okay? So in my wallet, I have my go-to. Now, what Josh may not know is in my past life, I had several corporate credit cards. I did, Josh, in my past life. All right. Now, I know Katie Frost, the way you all talk about me, but I had corporate credit cards in my past life for expenses and entertainment and things of that nature for customers. So I kind of know how it works, Josh. Now, you and I know which card is our card. We know that. And I don't know about you. Is it just me that I put my cards in different slots in my wallet? Now, I got that old man thing going on. I don't have a fancy clip and stuff like that, like you guys do. But still, yeah. Do you know what slot that go-to card that is yours, and then what slot where the company card is, and so forth? You see, Josh is an employee of the state, and he has an enormous expense account over there. There's a lot to look into. So take that down. We're going to dig deeper on this. Now, let me ask you a question. Now, do you know this lady here? Her name's Katie Frost. And Katie Frost did a total hit job Friday night. Total hit job on Friday night with the forum. All right. And Katie is not a good person. She's not. She's number 51. She is a very bad person. She is a very bad person. And she set that up. And thank you, Viking Dude of Cherokee County, for the video. You do a great job, and we appreciate you going down there Friday night and capturing this corrupt setup evil. It's evil. It's evil. It's bad. She is Katie Frost is a nasty, mean, just an ugly person. Okay. Inside. She really is. And we're going to show you today some things. Now, I have been told, it came to me one time in the past, said, you better not talk about the Frost. They'll sue you. Well, wait a minute. So I can't come on here and tell the truth, give my opinion or whatever in fear of the Frost? Well, we'll just roll the dice, because I want to ask you a question. Now, she hosts a forum, and I'm going to show you some things. All right. Debbie Dooley, pay attention. Number 50, she hosts this forum, okay? Now, number 50, Turning Point Action. They got a nice steakhouse out there in Scottsdale, Arizona, don't they, Josh? Pay attention. So my friend Josh McCoon led us to victory in 2024. And he is ready to go do it again in 2026. When you have just won the Super Bowl, you don't change out the head coach, Katie Frost. So why did Katie Frost moderate this forum in the 3rd District? Why? I mean, black and white, it was a setup. Black and white, she's going to lay everything out for Josh McCoon. Black and white, she has a winner. She's not neutral here. I mean, these people are evil, despicable people. Now, I have a question that you want to tune in at 10 o'clock. Now, check this out. Diane, give me number 47. Now, Saturday morning, 47, Katie was on, she's Friday night, Saturday morning, she's on Fox and Friends Saturday morning, right? Is that correct? She was on Fox? No, 1:30 p.m., all right? Coming up on Fox News at 1:30 p.m., Katie Frost. And this was May 3rd, 2025. Now, do you know how you get a contract or how you get on these shows? Do you know how you get on these shows? You have to have an agent. Now, I'm going to put a big question mark on this, a big question mark. But at 10 o'clock this morning, we're going to discuss, does she have an agent? And if she does, who pays for the agent? What account does that payment for her booking agent come out of? You might want to pay a close attention at 10 o'clock. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. Give me number 4. Give me number 12. Let's go to 12. Now, I just want to know, Josh admitted he went to the gym. Josh and Sally, fit and trim, jacket, nice and snug. I know the feeling, all right? I'm telling you. All right, so we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. But don't forget, at 10 o'clock, we're going to discuss. This is my favorite clip now. Favorite clip. Give me video. Where the hell is it at? I had it there a minute ago. Where's it at? Wait a minute. I got it here. Oh, give me video 2.
These people are evil people.
These people are evil people. When we return, we will go national. We will talk about the tariffs, Trump, his interview over the weekend, 60 Minutes, a little bit of everything. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, so I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. 10 o'clock, I will once again ask for Josh McCoon's resignation as chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. We're going to get that out to Charlie Kirk, and we're going to ask Charlie Kirk if he was at the dinner. I just want to know. Could somebody help me here? Oh, by the way, I don't know. I'm so damn confused this morning. Josh has got me all tumbling around of how many mistruths, how he mishandles statements. And, I've got to slice and dice because he has that attorney kind of answer for everything. All right. So Turning Point USA, are they not located in Scottsdale, Arizona? Could somebody check that out? Get me some info. Now, all right, I knew this day was coming. I knew it was coming sooner or later. Trump, they're all bent out of shape. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. And good morning, Diane. Diane, they're all bent out of shape over the whole baby doll thing, right? Whole baby doll. Yeah, one day Trump says you can have 2 baby dolls, and then the next day he says you can have 3 baby dolls. And this thing, but it wasn't till this that he kind of aggravated me. He did. He aggravated me. This one got me. So give me video 11, Diane.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they don't need to have 30 dolls. They can have 3. They don't need to have 250 pencils. They can have 5.
But you're basically saying there could be some supply shortages because of the tariff.
We don't have to waste money on a trade deficit with China for things we don't need, for junk that we don't need.
That really aggravated me. That got me. You know why? All right, let me show you here, Diane. You know why? I've got 450 pencils. Oh, hell, it's going to take me 2 hours to clean my office. That really ticked me off. I mean, I got 1,000 pencils. And now I only need 5. Why did I do
You got to
that?
select your 5 favorite.
That really ticked me off. I still got a whole drawer left. I got another drawer over there. I'm stocked. There's people wanting to know who I'm going to will them to. That's not even funny. All right, I will straighten up my pencil dilemma in the next break. I think I can power through. Do you see how that made me mad, Diane?
You're going to be picking up pencils for the next month.
I'm watching him Saturday, and he goes, I'm watching all the shows yesterday, and he said, well, you can have, you don't need 450 pencils. And I said, who the hell told you I don't need 450 pencils? I was good until then. All right. So anyhow, so we got that out of the way. Now, folks, the budget is coming up, and you know as well as I do, right? They're working on the budget. And what were you waiting for? There's two things. First of all, a couple things happened this weekend. Let's see. Where's my pencil one? That was just, I don't know what I was thinking. I got to get it's going to take me forever to clean my room. Where's my pencil one here? Okay. So you don't need 200, you don't need all the pencils. We got that. Now, they're working on the budget. And so PBS, how long before you figured out that, they were going to kill Big Bird? You know that. So Medicaid and Medicare. Now, there's people, the fraud alone in Social Security, fraud, not the people that are legitimately receiving benefits or receiving their Social Security, not the people that are genuinely supposed to be on Medicare, but between Social Security and Medicaid, Medicare, the fraud is enormous, and cuts could be made. All right. And work requirements. I mean, you could do something. All right. Work requirements. All right. Now that being said, but they want you to believe that they're cutting Medicaid and Trump's not doing that. This is what's about to take place over and over. You're going to get hit with videos, or you're going to get hit with advertising. All right. As soon as this budget, advertising, just like elections, is going to go through the roof. Listen to Hakeem Jeffries. People will die. Video 1.
Democrat in the House, Hakeem Jeffries.
They want to end Medicaid as we know it. They're going to hurt children, hurt families, hurt seniors, hurt people with disabilities, close hospitals, shut down nursing homes, and people will die.
Okay.
There you have it. Just saying, people will die. People will die. Just saying, people will die. Now, as you well know, we have this morning on the AJC, right? Give me 137. Big Bird, right? They're going to kill Big Bird once again. Once again, Big Bird. See that? Georgia Public Broadcasting says Trump's cuts would pose serious challenge. Right there, you got Big Bird on there. And we knew that. That goes all the way back from Newt Gingrich wanting to make cuts to PBS and NPR. Video 6.
The president tweeted or socialed or truthed, Republicans must defund and totally disassociate themselves from NPR and PBS, the radical left monsters that so badly hurt our country. I have to tell you, I heard monsters and I thought of Cookie Monster. I did too, Sesame Street, and I thought of that children's programming. Right. That is in many many ways what people think of when they think of PBS.
Absolutely.
Is that impacted too?
Absolutely. And out of this executive order, we believe it impacts our funding out of the Department of Education, which is a 30-year program that has supported the not only the creation of many of the children's programming that you see on public television, but also the research that we do to ensure that that programming is not just safe and enjoyable, but that children, after watching, come away with understanding of basic letters and numbers. Half the kids in this country are not enrolled in formal pre-K. That's why the programming for children on public television was created. That was the idea with Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers, and everything that's followed since is to make sure that children that do not have access to a full array of resources have the opportunity to learn and to develop skills that they'll need the first time they enter preschool. That may be at age 2 or 3 or 4 and sometimes 5, not until they start kindergarten. That's what's at risk.
At risk or right now? I mean, do you have the money to keep functioning?
Well, we have programming, so you're not going to turn on your TV set and not see our children's programming anymore. Okay. But if that funding is cut off, we have programs in development right now, and that will suddenly skid to a halt. We also have stations around the country that work directly with preschool providers and parents, and this funds those activities, so the immediate impact would be fairly significant.
People will die. Big Bird will be cut. Mr. Rogers. Everybody's waiting for their money. Now, in the budget discussions, okay, spending is never a question. No, it's spending is not something that they have a challenge over. It's cutting anything. Because these people in Washington, D.C. are not there, okay? I mean, we only have 1 or 2, we'll say 3 just to be fair, that truly are up there to try to save America and not trying to enrich themselves, protect their seat, and their next level step in politics. I mean, these people are not very smart. They're not. I have to tell you, they're not. The people we send to Washington, D.C. in general, overall, are not that bright. They're not. They're not business leaders in your community. They have a political career. They know nothing about accounting. You could sit and talk to them about accounting. I have sat in lawmakers' offices and discussed things with them that they seem to be amazed by because they don't know it. They truly don't know it. I'm going to say over 50%, headed towards the high 70s, they don't connect to anything. The only thing they connect to is their broker statement. How am I doing? I came here. I was worth $100,000. I had a house. I have a house. Well, I bought another, so I have 2. But anyhow, I came here with $100,000. I make $174,000 a year. I've been here 3 years, and my stock statement says I'm worth $3 million now. That's the only thing they know. They know how lobbyists work, dark money, how it's hidden, how it's funneled, how it's channeled, and how the federal government laundromat works. And I don't mean quarters and separating your colors and your whites. Don't mean that. So, that being said, all they're concerned about is if it's going to hurt them back home. That's it. The tariffs, everything. Is it hurting them back home? What's their polling numbers look like? That's the God's honest truth. All right. So we know that's coming up. Now, I'm going to ask a question. You know, it's like this. Give me number 14. I got to agree with Trump. I have to agree with Trump. This is a statement he made about Bernie Sanders. I told you this before. Give me video 14.
are you with?
The Wall Street Journal.
That's right. Well, you people treat us so badly. Wall Street Journal.
That's Wall Street Journal. We'll go back to that one. We've talked about that. Give me video 4. That's my fault. This is what I've said to you over and over. Video 4. Trump and I are on the same page here. Go ahead.
But I watch Bernie Sanders. He's a nut job, but he's still sharp.
He's a nut job. I watch Bernie Sanders. He's a nut job, but he's still sharp, right? We know who he's talking about there, Joe Biden. Now, a couple right here. So they're going to kill people. They're going to kill people, right? We know that. They're going to take out PBS, NPR, which that's Big Bird and Mr. Rogers. And then they're going to go to none other than West by God, Virginia. And give me number 106. West by God, Virginia. Retired coal miners sound alarm over health agency cuts. All right. So, look, I don't know this guy. I got nothing against the guy. I'm not going to tell you he's not legitimate, but he's on oxygen. And oh, I want this one in a minute. Which one of these pencils are sharpened? I don't have a sharpened pencil. Oh, here's one. I know, that's funny, right? I'm going to want this one in a minute. Well, give me... $114. Cuts the federal government jeopardize coal miner health program. I mean, they're into West by God, Virginia. 116. Free black lung screening job transfers. Now, let me just say this, okay? Mine ventilation. Now, back in the 60s, okay, well, 40s, 50s, and 60s, there was a lot of problem with mine ventilation, all right? And you got what was called black lung from breathing in coal dust, breathing in coal dust, okay? And in the 70s, I would say it was the 70s without looking at it, Robert Byrd, the senator from West Virginia, and you get into the 80s, 70s, he got black lung approved for big money. Okay. If you were proven to have black lung, all right, you got to check for big money. And if you start into the late 70s, early 80s, like 1981, 78 to 81, you could see people, there were people, and this is true, because I love my friends from West by God, Virginia. But there were people that worked only 6 months in a mine. 6 months, never went back under. And they were getting checks for $18,000, $19,000, $20,000, $25,000. And you would see people and they'd say, I'm waiting for my back pay on black lung. Go do the research. Enormous payouts. So you would see people that really didn't have any money at all. And all of a sudden, they'd have a brand new car, all dressed up, new clothes, just saying. Their black lung came in. You'd ask them, I got my black lung. And then you started getting your black lung check every month because you had black lung. Now, in the mining industry, there's been enormous, and I mean enormous advancements in ventilation. Ventilation has been a top priority of the mining industry. It just has. I'm not going to say it's 100% perfect, but it's a top priority. And miners now have certain ventilators and different things to prevent them from long-term black lung illness. The best they can do. They really work on it for safety. They want to run in and say, well, we've got these guys and they won't get their black lung. They're doing everything. I'm just telling you right up front, all right, that there will be, give me 107, in the next couple weeks, it will start. It's starting right now. This is ending taxpayer subsidization of biased media. Government funding of news media in this environment is not only outdated and unnecessary, but corrosive to the appearance of journalistic independence. At the very least, Americans have the right to expect that if their tax dollars fund public broadcasting at all, they fund only fair, accurate, unbiased, and nonpartisan for news coverage. The government should not be funded one single day. All right. Number 119. We have not narrowed it down at all. House Republicans aren't aware close to they aren't anywhere close to a budget agreement. So watch what happens here concerning the budget. This is something you're going to want to pay close attention to. I know there's other things out there. The media wants you to believe that Trump doesn't understand he's supposed to follow the Constitution. They're going nuts over that. Because yesterday, Kirsten Welker had an interview with Trump. And if you want to watch, I recommend you go watch the entire interview. Give me number 1. Now, I told you this last week. I shared this with you. The White House now has its own form of Drudge report, right? Full interview of President Trump on Meet the Press. So the White House is called White House Wire. If you go to the White House Wire, okay, right there, there's live links to so many positive stories, or what I call really going on out there. Full interview President Trump on Meet the Press. Now, I just want to say this. Let me get this one here. China is, give me video 12, because we'll talk about a little deeper, into the show. Video 12.
Well, I want a fair deal with China, but China's been ripping us off for many years, so maybe something should be thought about, a little bit of retribution. China's been ripping us off for many years, ever since they started. To me, I think it was the worst thing that Richard Nixon ever did. And it was Nixon, he's the one that got it started. And they've taken advantage of.
Oh, Richard Nixon got it started. Okay? That's what he said. Richard Nixon got it started. He opened up China. But he opened up China with who? George H. Bush. And then Bill Clinton, George H. Bush, and Bill Clinton brought China into the World Trade Organization. Give me 95. China's garment factories face a tipping point after new tariffs. As the U.S. tax loophole ends, the apparel makers that sell to Americans are forced to consider alternative markets or cheaper locations in and outside of China. They have to have your money. Now, I will explain what this means. sorry to say it this way, I will explain to you when we return what this means right here. Give me 100. What's this got to do with anything? Chinese president to visit Russia on May 7th through 10th, the Kremlin. Wonder what that has to do with anything. All right, take that down. Give me, so you guys sent me some pretty good text messages. I will read them during the break. When we come back, we'll explain what that means. And we are getting closer to 10 o'clock. Josh, really? He keeps saying he gave the Georgia GOP $10,000 out of his own pocket. Just took it out of my pocket. Gave it to him. We'll be back after these messages.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we are back. I am your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I cleaned up my pencils. I got them put away. Referring to my pencils, is that for your school donation? No, it's not. No, I'm not donating those pencils to a school. Those are mine. I have a lifetime supply of pencils.
Kids don't use wooden pencils anymore. They just like those mechanical ones.
I was getting ready to say, who am I going to give them to? Right? I am a number 2 pencil guy. So I grew up in the generation where I heard the teacher say, take out your number 2 pencil. That's how old I am, right? I'm a number 2 pencil guy. I have a pencil sharpener right here. Okay. There you go. And then I got a message, Diane. One person said, at least you didn't pull out your doll collection. So that was pretty good. I like that one. We will be okay. You will be okay. There's a plan. They're determined that you're going to give me 117. Good morning. I am your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. We will have the Georgia Hour at 10 a.m. You don't want to miss it, where we will break down and lay out very seriously why Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia GOP, should resign today. Right, Charlie Kirk? Now, that being said, Trump downplays recession fears. So they are trying to push us into a recession. They are. Now, there'll be a meeting this week, right? There's a meeting this week. I don't know what will happen, but there is a meeting. Give me number 130. All right. And this week, Federal Reserve meets this week to consider interest rates. All right. Now, Trump has publicly, the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, has publicly said, give me 129, that he will not remove Fed chair. Okay. He will not remove Fed chair Jerome Powell, but interest rates cuts are long overdue. Long overdue. And at the same time, OPEC is going to increase output of oil. I mean, you're going to see some things happening here in the next 90 days, okay? First 100 days, Scott Bessent was right. The second 100 days will be the harvest. I just feel strong about that. They asked Trump, yesterday, Meet the Press. Trump on if he must uphold the Constitution, I don't know. Now, that is the news to them. So, let's talk politics for a minute. So, they're bent out of shape, 120 over Pope Trump. They have lost it over this. They have totally lost it over Pope Trump. Okay. So, anyhow. Now, if you were at the Golden Corral last week, and on this show, we are on Brian Kemp Watch. And what does that mean? Give me 127. Now, right now, in the world of politics, okay? In the world of politics, we have the state house. We have the U.S. House of Representatives. And I'm just going to throw this out. We'll talk about it at 10 o'clock. Because every time, if you're in Georgia, every time Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia GOP, says, hey, we can get some money poured into the 2nd District and try to beat Sanford Bishop. That's not true. He's just pandering to the 2nd District, begging you to vote for him. Because we know here on this program that there's approximately nine state house. Now, I want to talk politics for a minute on this segment. Approximately 9 state house, approximately 9 U.S. congressional seats. Wow, I'll get that together sooner or later. That are within U.S. congressional seats. The NRCC, National Republican Campaign Committee, knows that they have about 9, okay? Now, District 10 in PA did not flip, right? It did not flip. Is that Scott Perry? Is that who it is in PA? Is that his name? But District 10 in PA did not flip, but was very close. So PA held on to District 10. So they're going to make sure they hold District 10 again. Now, we have District 7. Now, we have them all across the United States, but these are the ones I'm most familiar with. There's a total of 9 that I understand. 9 congressional seats in America that flip from blue to red, meaning Trump tugged them over the line. Trump's not on the ballot. That's why we can't trust this Josh McCoon guy in Georgia, right, Charlie Kirk? But Trump pulled them over the line. So you have Susie Wiles in PA 7, and that is Northampton County, Lehigh County, and Carbon County. Pulled the Republican over the line in District 7, moved it from Democrat to Republican. Big chances it could go back blue. That's where they're going to pour their money to try to save. Then you have PA District 8. All right, PA District 8. That flipped. That's Scranton Joe, right? That's Scranton, Pennsylvania. Next district up from 7, where Joe Biden, Scranton Joe, is from. And his dad came in and told him, Joey, we have to leave. Daddy lost his job. I know. You got a thing with popcorn, whatever. So that's District 8 in Pennsylvania. Now, that flipped from blue to red, and they want that one back. So we have 9 House districts. Now, I'm going to lay something out people are not going to be happy about. This is where I get in trouble, but so 126. Wait a minute. GOP leaders try to recruit Georgia governor for Senate run, 126. Now, before we jump into Brian Kemp, right, the governor of Georgia, that they're trying to pull in to run against John Ossoff, before we get into that, let's stay with congressional races. Now, it's America. And if you want to run for office, you can run for office. You can run for office. Go pay your money and run. I really don't advocate unopposed candidates, but there's times when you just go, and I'm okay with it. And I'm going to give you, this is one of the few times. So give me number, I have it here somewhere, Diane. Give me number 57. So Georgia Congressional 9th District, okay? So this is the 9th District of Georgia where I live, all right? And Diane, you're not going to like what I'm about to say. But Congressman Andrew Clyde, member of the Freedom Caucus, well, you're going to like that. We like him in our district, District 9. Probably top, right there at the top most conservative congressional members in the United States. Our congressman. Very proud of it. All right. Now, if you want to run against him, you run against him. It's America. But let me tell you something. Now, the way this works, you raise money. You raise money to help other candidates. So Andrew Clyde is the perfect candidate to go across the country and help campaign in some of these districts that we need a conservative voice. Or Andrew Clyde is the perfect member of Congress, Congressman Clyde, to go into other areas and help raise money. All right? Andrew Clyde is actually a great congressman to go into areas to try to help get Trump vote back out. Because I'm telling you right now, if Andrew Clyde went to the 7th District of Pennsylvania, if they did a fundraiser and had him come do a fundraiser in the city, they would raise an enormous amount of money in that base. So my point is, instead of helping us save Congress, and out there raising money so we can save districts, he's got an opponent. Number 55, Hall County. Now, if you're out there from sea to shining sea, just stay with me. It all goes together. I'm going to show you everything at one point of what's going on. So Hall County, I'm in District 9, Hall County, all the rhinos, all the establishment, all the anti-Andrew Clyde, they won't say they are, but it's Gainesville, Hall County, they all were up there in the 9th District. Getting who? Stephen Aaron elected. Now, this is Gainesville Mayor Sam Cavallani, I don't know, Cavallon, whatever his name is. He is running for District 9, not as a Democrat. He's running, and he is primary opponent to Andrew Clyde. Okay, it's America. Now, he's raised $250,000 in the I Don't Like Andrew Clyde team out of Hall County and some other areas. Yeah, you know who you are out there. And ask Cody Hall. Anyhow, Gainesville mayor running. He's raised $250,000 now. Okay, so does he have a campaign team? I mean, does he have a campaign staff? How serious of a candidate is he? Well, he is so serious of a candidate, 126. This guy is running against Andrew Clyde, and he is so serious of a candidate that he has this guy helping him. Yes, I'll give you a minute to get off the floor. That's right. This guy right here, him, Marty, and the girls are helping him in Gainesville trying to unseat Andrew Clyde. Yep, that's true. It's true. He has his campaign team up there helping Sam, helping him with strategy. This is how you do it, training them. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Now, Metro Atlanta and the Chamber of Commerce and all these people can't wait, begging him to get into the race for U.S. Senate in Georgia as though he is our savior and he's trying to help this guy, number 55, take out this guy, number 57. This guy is trying to help this guy take out this guy. Can't make it up. That was 57, Diane. I know it's a juggle. Yes. So Brian Kemp, instead of leaving Andrew Clyde alone. Now I know some details. I'll leave the details here. But yes, I know it. So instead of Brian Kemp helping this guy in Gainesville, the mayor, Sam, try to take this guy out, knowing that it is going to stop this guy. What? See, here's the thing, and this is where I really, really get in trouble. People say, BKP, you are really out of reach. Really out of reach. Well, here's how far I'm going to reach. Now, they're not going to beat Andrew Clyde. They're not going to. If you're out there from sea to shining sea, our 9th congressional district is safe. Andrew Clyde will be the congressman once again. They're not going to beat him. But he is not going to be able to get out across the country and campaign for other Republicans that need his help. And he's not going to be able to take money that he's raised or go anywhere in the country and help raise money to help other candidates, Republicans across the country, win their elections. And if he goes anywhere, what they always do is say he doesn't care enough about his district. He's off campaigning in this state. In this state, he's not at home. All the above. You see, Brian Kemp knows that. And really, in the big umbrella, Governor Brian Kemp is actually working to help other Democrats win. Now, Brian Kemp knows Sam is not going to win. He knows that. And his team knows it. But what they know is they could possibly participate in Democrats winning in other areas. And it possibly could be a domino effect that Democrats could take back the House. Democrats could take back the House. If Democrats take back the House and they just totally obstruct Trump and things don't look good going into 2028, maybe J.D. Vance wouldn't be the front runner for president in 2028. You never know. So here's what I'm going to do. Now, give me number 56. Georgia Democrats have a new chair. His name's Charlie Bailey. So I'm going to take a brief break. Well, we're going to take our break right here. I laid it out. And we're going to come back. And now we're going to focus on there's Charlie Bailey. He is the new Democrat Party chair of Georgia. And I'm going to try to get him on the show. I want to talk to him. Just want to talk to him. All right. But we're going to come back. And we're going to focus on Brian Kemp, John Ossoff. And my question to you during the break is, will J.D. Vance, remember what I told you last week? Will J.D. Vance be the nominee in 2028? We're going to talk politics. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959.
Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done.
Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting edge digital technology and state of the art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second to none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Diane knows the road we travel every day. We are so far out in front on so many different issues. At 10 o'clock, we'll have the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour, where we know Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia GOP, is making an omission of using the Georgia GOP credit card, claiming he did it by accident. But we're going to show you how many accidents he may have had, and then we're going to launch an investigation into how many accidents may still be out there. So, you know, he spent it at the gym for a personal trainer, 101. So we will at 10 o'clock, the Georgia Hour, sweating to the oldies, right? Just saying. And then if you blink, go to 102. If you blink, like just blink, the attack dog shows up. Well, there's the attack dog. Woof, woof. All right, take that down. Now, so politics. Now, you're going to say, well, wait a minute. You got other things to do today. And I will. I got some things. But give me number 3. I told you this last week. Now, Brian Kemp, AJC, everybody's sitting on will he or will he not? And Marty Kemp. It is really bad in the state of Georgia. Now, I was speaking with someone Saturday. I went to an event Saturday night. Well, Saturday late afternoon. We eat at 5 and we're done at 7:30 because we got to go to bed. It's 8:30 at night and it's Saturday. Anyhow, so I go to an event Saturday afternoon. I'm talking with someone, and we're talking how weird it is that Brian Kemp cannot do anything without Marty. And I said, I follow about everything out there. And I never see like Sarah Huckabee Sanders in Arkansas sign bills with her husband sitting right there next to her. I never see that. I never see. I never noticed even Gretchen Whitmer, Democrat or no Democrat, right? I've never noticed, Gretchen Whitmer come out. Or like when Trump was up there in Michigan, have her husband with her at the airport to greet Trump or come out and do press conferences. Gavin Newsom, like him or not. Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania. I mean, I could go through all the governors. Glenn Youngkin in Virginia. It's really weird. We have the weirdest situation in America because Brian Kemp, if he goes to the rotunda in our capital, our governor goes to rotunda in our capital to sign a bill, there's a chair for him and a chair for Marty. If he has a press conference, he stands here, she stands here. If he greets and hosts, if he is the host, the state of Georgia, of foreign investors that are coming here looking at doing a business with Georgia, there's pictures of Marty in the room, the business deal, regardless. So that being said, looking ahead, Trump suggests J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio could succeed him as he gives final answer on a third term. Now, Trump's not running for a third term, okay? Hey, look, I have to say it like this. They're selling hats, 2028, Trump 2028. A lot of people have purchased the hat. They're wearing the hat. Cool. I like it. I think it's great. It messes with people. But, the media, Kirsten Welker, but they're selling hats that say Trump 2028. Yeah, I know. You guys have all lost your mind. But let's go back to Brian Kemp for just a minute, because we're going to talk about this right here, 2028. Is J.D. Vance a lock? Now, I'm going to say something here, And just so you pay attention to it, because it's going to be a down the road moment. So 126. CNN this morning, we reported, we told you, John Thune over Easter flew down here to meet with Brian Kemp, right? Brian Kemp. Now, I don't know. I think someone should talk to Mike, what's his name, Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, and say, hey, Mike Johnson, could you get John Thune to call this guy or somebody to call this guy and say, why are you primarying Andrew Clyde in the 9th District? Why are you helping try to remove our congressman in the 9th District? But he is. So GOP leaders try to recruit Georgia governor for Senate run, John Ossoff. So give me video. Okay, I thought that one was Kemp. I think it is, but I thought there was two. Give me video 10.
Because they keep control of the Senate there. They have a much more favorable map in keeping that chamber. But there is one big recruit who Republican leaders have in mind. That is Brian Kemp in Georgia. We're learning that John Thune, the Senate Majority Leader, flew down to Atlanta over the Easter holiday, talked to Kemp and his wife, tried to encourage him, answer some of his questions, but whether to run, several other Republican senators talked to him as well, including Senators Tim Scott, Senators Pete Ricketts, and Senator Steve Daines, who used to be the Senate GOP campaign chairman, all hoping that they could put the seat currently occupied Democrat Senator John Ossoff in play. But if Kemp passes, that would be a big black eye for Republicans as they try to keep the Senate and try to pick off a Democratic seat in a chamber they currently hold by a 53-47 margin.
He flew down here, which we reported that, right? You watch the show daily. We reported over Easter. We reported that John Thune came to Georgia, met with Kemp and his wife. You hear that? Sorry about that. I froze up. They're not even allowed to do a report without mentioning Marty. No, I'm serious. And his wife. That's the importance. Marty Kemp. God, it's terrible here in Georgia. Will she run for governor? I don't know. Maybe she'll run for Senate. They met with her. But that being said, they flew down here, Tim Scott, John Thune, others, to try to talk him into running for Senate against John Ossoff. Now, in Georgia, we got to get the MAGA voter back. Now, Kemp doesn't bring the MAGA voter back to the voting booth, so I don't know exactly how that works out. But they are hoping he is on the ballot to run against John Ossoff. Now, Democrats want to do the whole impeachment, right? They want to do the impeachment. So I'm going to go with John Ossoff here and the MAGA faithful. Well, let's go ahead first. John Ossoff, CNN, MAGA faithful, video 8.
How to turn out the MAGA faithful in next year's midterm elections. They think that one way could be to highlight what some Democrats are saying about trying to impeach Trump for a third time. Take a listen.
It appears that the president's business and family are being personally enriched through this cryptocurrency venture. That kind of misconduct, I think, exceeds virtually any prior standard for that kind of inquiry in the House.
It's hard to separate the politics. Republicans are already going after you on those comments. Do you think it'll become an issue in your campaign?
Oh, I stand by those comments 100%.
I mean, we should never take impeachment off the table. We should never take where we see law breaking. We should never take accountability off the table.
And CNN's Manu Raj.
Give me number 115. Pay attention to this. They are working up the crypto. Trump embraces crypto as family ventures into industry. Forget the Biden crime family, right? Pay attention to that. John Ossoff. Now, so Brian Kemp, they're begging him to run. I have said, now, give me 105. I said this the other day. I said it last week. I've said it in speeches before. Just rolling the dice. I don't know if Kemp will run for Senate. I don't know if he will. I don't know if Kemp will run for Senate. But I want to tell you this. I think Brian Kemp thinks that if they throw the election, let's just say Ossoff wins again, because Burt Jones is going to run for governor on the Republican ticket. And he may get the MAGA vote and he may get on the general election. But governor in Georgia is not a lock for Burt Jones out there. And if Kemp does not run against Ossoff, John Ossoff for Senate in Georgia, I'm not telling you that, we don't stand a chance. But Mike Collins, the congressman out of the 10th district, really, we're thinking he's going to step out there and make a move. Now, he's charismatic. He's a good speaker. He's got energy. He will campaign across the state where that's concerned. But in the general election, if he could get the nomination, Trump endorsement, in the general election, he would have for Republicans. John King, insurance commissioner, says if Brian Kemp doesn't run, he may run. No name recognition at the top of the ticket. And Marjorie Taylor Greene cannot win a statewide, no matter who it upsets out there, she cannot win a statewide race for Senate. She could possibly get the Trump nomination and or the endorsement, get the Republican nomination, but she can't win a statewide. Little side note, if she steps out, yes, I do believe State Senator Colton Moore will run for the 14th district. I think so, if Marjorie Taylor Greene steps out. So Georgia, if something bad would happen and Republicans would lose the governor's mansion, just saying, and something bad would happen and Ossoff goes back, that could set Kemp up for 2028. Republicans would be begging Brian Kemp to win Georgia for the general election. Now, I don't think Brian Kemp wants on the ticket. Now, I will wrap this up, this real reading the tea leaves. If you notice, J.D. Vance is in the room, the Vice President of the United States. He's in the room. I think he plays a role in this administration. But this guy has grabbed the right-hand seat of Trump. Now, Trump runs the country like a CEO. And if you know anything about how a CEO runs the company, the guy or lady that sits to his right, pay attention to that. Now, they asked Trump, who do you see as your successor? Video 5.
That you are only 100 days in, but as we sit here today, who do you see as your successor, Mr. President?
Well, it's far too early to say that, but I do have a vice president, and typically it would be, and JD's doing a fantastic job.
He would be at the top of the list?
It could very well be. I don't want to get involved in that. I think he's a fantastic, brilliant guy. Marco is great. There's a lot of them that are great. I also see tremendous unity. But certainly you would say that somebody's the VP. If that person is outstanding, I guess that person would have an advantage. But I think the other people would all stay in unbelievably high positions. But, it could be that he'd be challenged by somebody. We have a lot of good people in this party.
We have a lot of good people. There could be challengers. Did you hear that? There could be challengers out there. There's a lot of good people. I mean, just saying. I mean, Marco's a good guy. JD, usually that's what happens. He's doing a good job. Marco, there's a lot of people. There could be challengers out there. There's a lot of good people out there. Now, for me, I think the president of the United States should have said, when I pick, now wait a minute. This is not where I'm looking for you to agree or disagree. This is where I'm looking for you to have your own opinion because this one's mine. I would have never picked, it's called a win-win. I would have never picked a vice presidential candidate that I didn't think, in this case, could be president for 2 terms. Now, people are going to argue with me and say, no, you pick the vice presidential candidate that will get you the win now. You worry about the other 2 terms later. Okay. But I really think Trump should have said, I didn't pick J.D. Vance just to be vice president. I picked J.D. Vance because, God forbid, something happened, he could be president. Or when my term is over, I know that J.D. Vance will carry on my policies to make America great again, or something. So I wasn't real excited about that answer from President Trump. I'm not mad at him because I always get the hate mail, but I wasn't really excited about that answer because I know it's going to take more than 4 years to do what we need to do. I'm impatient. I want everybody arrested today. I want everything done. I want you to clean house, throw everybody out, start all over. But I do know the behemoth that the federal government bureaucracy is, and the challenges out in front of us with the deep state, worldwide, peace, all the above. So I wasn't real excited about his answer. Now, can you keep the MAGA base? Give me video 3.
You have built a political movement that has transformed the Republican Party. It's transformed the country, quite frankly.
Political movement in history, MAGA. Make America great again.
When you look to the future, Mr. President, do you think the MAGA movement can survive without you as its leader?
Yes, I do.
What gives you?
I think it's so strong, and I think we have tremendous people. I think we have a tremendous group of people. We talked about a number of them. You look at Marco, you look at J.D. Vance, who's fantastic. I could name 10, 15, 20 people right now just sitting here. No, I think we have a tremendous party. And you know what I can't name? I can't name one Democrat. I mean, I look at the Democrats, they're in total disarray. They have a new person named Crockett. I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. And they said, she's the future of the party. I said, you have to be kidding. I don't know what they're going to do. And I really believe in a 2-party system. Because it's good to be challenged. It's really good to have a 2-party. It's good. Being challenged is okay. It keeps you sharp. I don't know what they're going to do. They have nobody. Bernie's 87 years old or something. And Biden is the worst thing that ever happened to old people because he was grossly incompetent. And I think maybe for artificial reasons, he had operations and things. So maybe that's an artificial. But I know people that are unbelievably sharp and they're older than 87. But I watch Bernie Sanders. He's a nut job, but he's still sharp. He's sharp he's the same guy he was. He hasn't gone down. But Biden is he's the worst thing to happen to old people.
I know.
Biden's the worst thing to happen to old people. He is. Biden's the worst thing to happen to old people. Look at Bernie. He's a nut job. But he still got it together. I said that myself, right? But He can name 10, 15. Now, I'm going to leave it here. He says MAGA can survive without him. I will tell you now, they are doing everything they can to de-MAGA this country today. The Republican Party. Republican Party wants to de-MAGA the country today. So they can't wait to get rid of the red hats. He can name 10 or 15 right now. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything because it's almost time for the Georgia Hour. We don't have time to go into CBS. All right, I watched 60 Minutes last night. Mark Elias, 60 Minutes, CBS. I'll talk about that tomorrow because it's really something that would take a little more time. Give me this one right here. I want to explain this. I said I was going to explain this. Here it is. Number 93, 60 Minutes airs bombshell segment despite warning it will enrage network bosses and send Trump nuclear amid $20 billion lawsuit. So Scott Pelley, 60 Minutes, talked about the president pushing on these law firms that went after you and I, the American people, actually our President Donald Trump. I think you should watch that. Okay, number 94. I'm going to put this out there because we got 15 minutes and I got to talk about China and tariffs. All right. So this is the New York Times. You see right there, Trump asked Mexico to let U.S. military in to fight cartels. So in the beginning of his administration, I shared with you, right? I shared with you why the southern border. Now, the southern border is closed. And you got to do step 1, step 2, and step 3. So give me right here, Diane, give me 110. Trump administration's first 100 days, 150,000 deportations. All right. Give me 111. Now, February, March of 2024, 378,000 encounters at the southern border. All right. February and March of 2025, 22,000 encounters. Now, we don't have those caravans, right? You don't have NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC. You don't have anyone rushing to the border with the caravans in Mexico or coming through Mexico or in those middle South American countries right there. You don't have it. We don't have we don't have groups that we have videos of NGOs helping people through the Darien Gap. We don't have it. So that's step 1. So step 1, close the border, right? Bottom line. Within step 2, start getting MS-13, Tres de Agua gang members, start getting these people out of the country to El Salvador, the Maryland man. Start getting them out. While you're doing that, set the military up on the southern border. Set the military up. All right? Because we have to dismantle the cartel within our country and on the other side of the Mexican border. But set up military, get everything ready on the southern border, and name the cartels terrorist organizations so you can encounter them differently. So Trump says to the Mexican president, we're ready to help. It's become time that we're ready to help. Give me number 94 back. All right. Trump asked Mexico to let U.S. military in to fight cartels. Now, I love when Trump comes back, or the president of the United States, let me be a little more respectful, comes back from Mar-a-Lago on a Sunday night to D.C. Because what he will do on a Sunday night is he will go back to the press cabin and create the news cycle for Monday morning. He does it on purpose. But CNN Video 9.
Yeah, that's true. If Mexico wanted help with the cartels, we would be honored to go in and do it. I told her that I would be honored to go in and do it. The cartels are trying to destroy our country. They're evil.
President Sheinbaum has strongly rejected Trump's offer. She says that the country should work together and share intelligence, but respect each other's sovereignty. Trump has since accused her of being, quote, so afraid of cartels that she can't even think straight. It's the latest rise in tensions between the North American neighbors. Back in February, Trump threatened to impose steep tariffs on Mexico.
All right, now here's what I want to do. I want to play the clip that's on the internet of Trump talking about Mexican cartels so you could see maybe what CNN forgot to add in. Give me video 15.
So Mexico is saying that I offered to send U.S. troops into Mexico to take care of the cartel. She wants to know, is that true? Do you think I'm going to answer that question? That's why I'm asking. We'll see. I will answer it. It's true. Absolutely. Because they are horrible people that have been killing people left and right, they've made a fortune on selling drugs and destroying our people. We lost 300,000 people last year to fentanyl and drugs. They're bad news. Yeah, that's true. If Mexico wanted help with the cartels, we would be honored to go in and do it. I told her that. I would be honored to go in and do it. The cartels are trying to destroy our country. They're evil. And, we had 300,000 people die last year from fentanyl and all of that. We had millions of people brought into this country that shouldn't be here. The cartels brought them in. So if she said that I offered to do that, she's 100% right. Are you disappointed that she denied that request, but she doesn't want to? Well, she's so afraid of the cartel she can't walk, so that's the reason. And I think she's a lovely woman. But the president of Mexico is a lovely woman. But she is so afraid of the cartels that she can't even think straight.
Oh, so I think CNN left a little bit out, huh? Do you think they left a little bit out, or did they try to give you the impression that we're attacking the cartels in Mexico this afternoon and the Mexican president pushed back? No, that's not what happened. He's right. What's her name? Whatever her name, Sheinbaum or whatever her name is. They're in total fear. The cartels run Mexico. They're in total fear. And he's told her, look, I will help you. Now, what Trump is telling you, yes, we will. We will help you. You tell us, we will help you. But there's going to come a day where we take care of the cartels. They're evil people. They're not going to exist. Now, one more thing, because we got just about 4 minutes. I want to show you this. Give me 95. I don't have time for that. Okay. Give me 95. All right. China, their factory. We've talked about Temu, and we've talked about the loophole. All right. And we have the TikToks where freight pilots are saying they're going to lose their job. And we have Amazon Haul, which means I have crap too, right? But the loophole is closed. You can't just order under $800 on Temu and have it shipped here. No tariff, no extra cost whatsoever. China is hurting really bad with their factories. Now they're really hurting, and we know that. I don't have that video right now, but China is struggling. They're really struggling right now economically. They're in bad shape. We have laid it out. They have to make a deal, but they have to save face with their people. All right? Now I'm going to show you the circle this is happening in. I'm not a foreign policy expert, but I just see the way some things are laid out and how people have made certain alliances over the past several years. So China is hurting. They can't come out and look like they broke in front of their people to the Americans. How are they going to handle this? Because they have to. They've got to. So give me 97. Just to put it in here, Trump will only accept total dismantlement of Iran's nuclear program. So there's discussion to dismantle Iran's nuclear program. That's happening. How is that happening? So let's go here. 100. 100. Chinese president to visit Russia on May 7th through 11th. In fact, I want to look at something. I read the article, but I think there's something in this first part. I wanted to make sure I highlight it. Chinese President Xi Jinping will visit Russia on May 7th through the 10th. Long weekend. I don't know when that is. And join Russian President Vladimir Putin at the 80th commencement of the Allied victory against Nazi Germany. The Kremlin said Sunday. The Kremlin said that the two presidents would hold bilateral talks on developing partnerships and strategic ties and issues on the international and regional agenda. They're going to talk about their partnership, strategic ties, and issues on the international. Now, this is the Moscow Times. Issues on the international and regional agenda. Here's what's going to happen over the 7th to the 10th. China is going to get with Vladimir Putin. They're going to be briefed. They're working on it now, but face to face. Okay, what are you and Trump talking about? How's things going to work in Iran? What are you going to do when you normalize relationships with the U.S.? Are you going to leave us? And how do you work in, how do we close this whole tariff thing without it looking like we collapse? There's a lot getting ready to happen because Russia is normalizing relationships, a relationship with the United States, whether you want to believe it or not. Both of these are going to work to help us figure out something with North Korea, because we got to figure out North Korea. We got North Korea, we got Taiwan, the Asian Pacific, right? And we've got Iran. There's a mess laying on the table. These guys are getting together. Trump's playing hardball. And don't forget about this, 98. Indian Air Force on high alert along Pakistan border. Number 96. Throw away the key. Trump wants to open up Alcatraz. Have you ever been by Alcatraz? I have. I have friends that took a tour. I didn't take the tour. I took a cruise around it in San Francisco. Trump orders reopening of notorious Alcatraz prison to lock away the dredge of society. We will return. I think Josh McCoon wants to run for Secretary of State of Georgia. I really do. I don't think he wants to be GOP chair. Why do we have a lot to uncover? Katie Frost. Call Katie Frost. Call Debbie Dooley. I think they all want to pay attention at 10. Just saying. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, welcome to the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching the Georgia Hour on voiceofruralamerica.com. All right, so there is no laughing matter here. Now, we like to have fun. We are going to laugh a little bit. You are going to smile, we promise. We don't want to let you down. We have some people just watching some days that tune in to 10, wondering what we're going to do next. But this is a very serious morning here, Monday morning. Now, what did the A-team used to say? Brad Barnes should know that. Brad Barnes should know that, the A-team, right? Because he said Friday night, you don't want to take the A-team off the field. But don't you love when a plan comes together? That's generational. And it's not that I love that the plan comes together, but I ran for first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party so I could see behind the curtain. And because of my attempt to see behind the curtain, they removed me from the Georgia Republican Party state officer group. That's okay. But today we come to you and we really pull together all the reasons why, from the 1st district to the 3rd district to the 14th district to the 9th district of Georgia and around Metro Atlanta, why they had to remove me. Because behind the curtain is where we're at, and we're not stopping. We have a team. It's not me. What I'm about to present you today is an enormous team around Georgia that is tired of the swamp. An enormous team. You've pushed these people, not me. You've pushed these people too far. You really have. We have energized and asked people on this program to go look. We've asked and energized people on this program to get involved. Every single thing I do today is from good, honest, hardworking, transparent Georgians that have had enough, that have done the research, and I just thank God for the platform here today to present it. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple things. I think I'm going to speculate, but I'm going to give you a good reason why. I do not think Josh McCoon wants to be chairman of the Georgia GOP, Inc. And I think Josh McCoon thought that we would just, he could ride the W on President Donald Trump. And that how dare, after President Trump wins Georgia, who would step up and think about challenging him? And same goes for Sally Grubhub. Sally Grubbs, seriously, all right? I really think the two of them thought, now who would step up and dare challenge us? We have a slew of endorsements. We could show the support, and this is going to be a slam dunk. Now, this is my thoughts. And then we all go to Dalton, and they cheer for Josh, and about 3 months go by. They have an executive meeting, and Josh, and I know the rules, and Josh, right, resigns to run for Secretary of State of Georgia. Just saying. I'm going to show you some things today. And then Sally, by the rules, automatically would become the chair of the Georgia Republican Party. This is the chance we're taking. And she could call an election, or the executive committee could call an election. And if they do, it could be possible Sally get elected by the executive committee, not the delegates, or maybe someone like a Katie Frost. So we're going to get into all of that today. All right. Diane, I sent you some graphics. Sorry, I should have told you. Now, I want to put a couple things together because Josh is misused. And Josh McCoon is misused. We have called, David Cross put out an email, his challenger earlier today, calling for his resignation. I'm going to call for his resignation now based on in a corporation, and that's what the Georgia GOP Inc. is, a corporation. And if you go to the Secretary of State's website, okay, Josh is the CEO. Now, how much longer will Sally Grubbs, Caroline Jeffords, Marcy McCarthy, Denise Burns, Candace Taylor, that does not like, corruption? Let's go with Holly out there. How much longer will Betsy Kramer? How much longer will Brad Carver? How much longer will, let's see, who else? Let's throw somebody else out there that may endorse him. How much longer will Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones? How much longer will Marjorie Taylor Greene? How much longer will Turning Point USA Charlie Kirk? When will these people, right? How much longer will the entire Frost family, Katie Frost, Brant Frost, the GRA, the conscience of the Republican Party, how much longer, knowing what we're putting out to be true, will you continue to back this guy? Will you? Because Josh always comes out and starts with, I raised $3 million. Oh, yeah. I used the wrong credit card, but I raised $3 million. Then he comes out and he says, well, you have to look past what I did because I gave the Georgia GOP $10,000. Did you give the Georgia GOP $10,000? Or do you have one of the hospitality rooms at the convention that cost $10,000? So was that from the kindness of your heart, or did you pay for a hospitality room? Now, Josh cannot, he cannot keep his story straight. Sally Grubbs can't keep her story straight, and I'm going to show you all this. So let's start here, because we got to tie everything together. Number 138, if you don't mind. Now, this is Josh's salary. And I know in the past, you guys have glossed over his salary, but there's something I want to highlight. Now, Josh McCoon is the executive director for legal services for the state, right, vocational system. He works for Brian Kemp. Bottom line, works for the governor of Georgia. End of story. Now, as you can see, he's gone from 2001, he's gone from a salary of about $170 a year and $1,300 in travel. Then he has gone from a salary to $176 in 2022, and he jumps up to $7,533 in travel. Then, okay, he jumps up in 2023 to $2,008 in salary. But here's what I want you to watch. His travel is jumped up to $10,880. Then we have current 2024. In 2024, he's jumped again to $227,999 a year. That's some nice change. Now, he gets a lot of time off. He's out in Arizona. He is at all these events. He takes a lot of time off. And he travels. He travels a lot. He was in Savannah this past weekend. He was down to 3rd District Friday night. He was up to, I mean, this guy is boom, boom, boom. He's all over the place, right? So, hey, Brad Barnes, take your lips off Josh McCoon's ass and pay attention. How much longer is he going to be your hero? Oh, he's my hero, right? So, here is 2024, 227,909, 228 grand. Damn. He jumps up to $17,837.31 in travel. So he is gone, right? He has gone from, we'll go 2021, 1,300 to almost $18,000 in travel expense in his deal with the state. So as we go through, I think a full investigation. I think a full investigation from the state. I think a full investigation from the Attorney General of the state of Georgia. I think a full investigation into the Georgia GOP Inc. behind the curtain. I have said over and over, question mark. I sure hope you're not over there shredding things. Because I really think just what we can see on the surface, if we could get underneath and behind the curtain, I think people go to prison. I really do. This is not about running for re-election. I mean, it'd be a hell of a thing, right? If in the middle of trying to win 2026, there's an indictment or an investigation into these people, because we're not going to stop. So the point is, he's going to tell you in a minute that he accidentally used the Georgia GOP Inc. credit card for personal use. I'm wondering if any of this travel here is commingled. I'm wondering if he's turned in receipts and he double dipped. I'm wondering. It's really out there. Questions are coming up now. So this is the graph. Give me 140. This just shows you quickly how he has gone from, right, 140. This just shows you a graph from 2020, how fast his state position has climbed in 4 years. Wow. That's some.
That doesn't even include his travel. That's just his income.
Oh, yeah. That's his income. You're correct on that. We have the travel over here. That's what we just showed. Now, so last week, 134, we showed you this. We showed you, right? This is Alloy Personal Trainer. Now, the question is, and let's have our fun here. Number 5. There's our number 5. And we found this, and then we're asking the question, who benefited from this? And possibility, let's go 101, 102, 103, 104. Just take some time and flash through those as we look for that, right? So were they in there sweating to the oldies? Well, we know Josh was in there sweating to the oldies with somebody with him, because we have that admission, right? Now, this is last week, number 23. Oh, we have so much to show you. This is not old news. We're going to show you Buckhead Butcher Block. We're going to show you $5,000 for maybe a talent manager. Yes, a talent manager. Yes, we're going to show you a $3,000 steakhouse. We're going to show you a $1,700 steakhouse and ask who was at dinner. Yes. Oh, the laundromat. We don't know who's doing the cleaning, if Jacqueline's dropping her cleaning off or Josh. We don't know. So we're getting ready to show you a lot of stuff. So here is the beginning of it. Alloy Personal meeting, $479. We know there was, I think we have right now five withdrawals. And I have to tell you, any other corporation, that's a felony. But then again, Katie Frost, that's a felony. But anyhow, we know this, right? And we showed you this. Now, let me show you this right here, and I will make it brief. Give me number 31. Well, BKP, it's $105. Well, I got a couple white shirts I take over to the cleaners. I pay for them. Here is Lutz Cleaners, $105. And it has a federal share. Keep in mind, a federal share, $105. And here's another one from Lutz Cleaners, number 32. Number 32 from Lutz Cleaners, $221. Right? $221. Now, 52. I think there's some crimes here. I don't know. We'll have to leave it to the authorities. Okay. Contribution amounts for certain purposes. This is federal election campaigns and so forth. I don't know if it applies, but then you start reading number 53, line I, dues, fees, other payments to health club, recreational facilities, personal stuff like dry cleaners. Could be a crime. It's a no-no. Don't do it. So 54, Josh is pulling out the credit card. So last week, we showed this. Josh goes to the 9th District, and we're going to break this down, folks. Diane, give me video 18. And when you get to video 18, I want 1 hour, 33 minutes. We're going to tie all this together. One big segment today, because you're going to see the steakhouse and you're going to see the talent producer. Yes. Yes, $5,000 for a, 1 hour, 33 minutes. And this is from the 9th District the other night. This starts opening up. All right. And Josh is not happy because we are looking, and it's going to get worse before it gets better with our team, Josh, because I know you're watching.
Hello, hey, there we go. So again, we need to doge the Georgia GOP. You know,
here's the thing. Just keep talking. You're good. Here's the thing. I don't know if there are any kind of, I don't know if there's any kind of malfeasance that's going on or anything that's happening with the Georgia GOP.
But what I can tell you is that there are inaccuracies that are happening in our FEC filings.
And here you go. Take mine. Start over. It'll be fine though. Just roll with it. You're good.
In our FEC filings. And in fact, today it was revealed that there were several charges to a personal training facility that somehow the credit card for the Georgia GOP was used in order to charge $479 for a monthly subscription to personal training. Now, how that organization got a corporate credit card number, I don't know. What troubles me even more is the fact that on the FEC filing form, there was $100 allocated towards federal expense and the rest of it towards non-federal. Somebody had to look at that document in order to fill that thing out. It wasn't, it had to be looked at. It was on there 4 times, and it was an 81-page document. So we need truth and transparency in our documentation. One of the ways that we're going to be able to bring back donors, small and large, is to make it so that we are providing them with financial reports on a quarterly basis. We don't have to give every last little detail, but we have to show what the big picture is. People are giving money to the candidates and not giving it to the party because they have no idea where the money's going.
So we raised over $3 million in the last year and a half or so with the Georgia Republican Party. We raised over $3 million in the last year and a half at the Georgia Republican Party. We just had a fundraiser with Laura Trump that raised over $300,000. We don't have everybody rolling in the same direction, unfortunately. We might have raised even more. In terms of transparency, there is a monthly Federal Election Commission report that goes out. It is reviewed by our treasurer. It is signed by our treasurer. You heard her surrogate get up here and tell you she's not going to sign something that is not complete and accurate. And I agree with that because those reports were signed under penalty of perjury. You know about the issue that Mr. Cross just raised because we are totally and completely transparent. And yes, there was a mistake made with a personal charge on the party credit card. It was discovered. It was fully reimbursed by me. I feel so strongly about making sure our donors are confident in our party. I have individually contributed $10,000 to the Georgia Republican Party this year in the off year. So we have monthly FEC reports. We have periodic reports to the state for our state finances. We have a treasurer who has signed off on each and every one of those reports. At every state committee meeting and every state executive committee meeting, there is a detailed treasurer's report given. And at our first meeting, because this was a campaign issue 2 years ago, we need a forensic audit, we need to do this and that. At the very first state executive committee meeting, I looked at everybody and said, does anybody actually want to do that? Does somebody want us to have an audit right now, to have a forensic audit right now? Not one person. And there was no issue presented to me at all about party finances until David Cross got into this race. And then suddenly we were talking about that issue instead of talking about the great job we did raising the money we needed to fight this election and fight Fannie Willis all at the same time. The Arizona Republican Party had to sell their headquarters. The Michigan Republican Party went broke, but we kept the lights on in Georgia. Thank you.
See, there was no discussion about the party finances until David brought them up. Let me translate. There was no discussion about the party finances until I got caught. So David says $479, David Cross, candidate for chairman, current second vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party, says, look, you spent $479 in a reoccurring credit card. Now, I have a quick question, Josh. Do you not have any gyms close to you that have like the 6-month free or $99 for 90 days or something? I mean, $479 on a monthly charge. I have to tell you, now I'm not a gym kind of guy. As you can tell, I'm a little, ask Debbie Dooley. She calls me chubby all the time, and that's a nice word, right? Could you not find the $99 gym? But anyhow, David Cross also brings up an amazing point that's going to be in this segment. Bring back donors. Do you realize how many donors we don't have because of this and what they're seeing out there, and they can't trust and it's not transparent? So Josh gets up and says he raised $3 million. He always goes out of that. And then he raised $300,000. It's okay. I'm using the company credit card. And we're not rowing in the same direction, or we would have raised more. All these reasons why it's okay. And penalty of perjury. He threw that in there. Keep an eye on that one. You know about it because of our transparency. No, Josh, we know about it because we had a team go through things. It's 80-some pages, and we caught it, not you, Josh. And it's not because you're transparent. And it's not because you made a mistake, Josh, because I'm going to show you some more possible mistakes. You seem to pull the credit card out for a nice steak dinner. You pull the credit card out, when you're traveling. You pull the credit card out when you're at the cleaners. You accidentally have that card in the front of when was it discovered, Josh? Because you said you reimbursed it. You reimbursed it when it was discovered. So can you tell us exactly when? So Karen Henschel, can you send us, for transparency, Josh, put out the date, show us the check number, the draft out of your bank, all kinds of things so we could truly prove it when you put it back. And the $10,000K, Josh, did you give the Georgia Republican Party $10,000? First of all, did you give it out of Friends for Josh, that money? Or did you give it $10,000 out of your pocket because you wanted to contribute to the party. You remember the lie you told Josh? I think it's a lie. We're going to call it a lie. I think you lied. I don't know. We'll put you on the old lie detector. Why don't we do that, Josh? Because you remember when you said, hey, it's after an election when you struggle to raise money. That's why I waited till after an election to give the $10,000, because that's when you have a lackluster, right? And that sounded good to Katie Frost and Denise Burns, and that gave something for Candace Taylor and all them people like Sally to run around bullshit. But the truth is, you gave that $10,000. Probably, was that your purchase, Josh, of your hospitality room at the convention? Because you got 3 hospitality rooms at the convention, and they're $10,000 a piece. Is that a coincidence, or is it 10,000? Are you coming up with another 10? I mean, will we see you give up 20,000, 10 for the hospitality room, and 10 just because? So we'll look at that. He keeps going back to no one wanted an audit. So it's okay you use the card incorrectly for personal use if you continue to say nobody asked for an audit. And, you know, finances was not an issue until I got caught, a.k.a. David brought it up. Okay, so, all right, we'll go with that one. Now, Josh had a chance again. And he had a chance one more time. He had a chance at the forum. So we want, I want video 17, and I'm going to give you a timestamp. We're not going to get to everything today. We have to get to Noreen Cantor. Noreen is kicking ass and taking names, and we got to get to Betsy Kramer, this terrible person that keeps looking down her nose at Noreen Cantor. Like, why do I have to sit next to you? Yeah, Betsy Kramer is a terrible, terrible person. All right, so this is the setup for Friday night. Now, this is a bad person. Katie Frost is a very bad person. All right. And she claims these questions came from the audience. Give me number 51. And this is her Friday night. She is a terrible, nasty, deceitful, underhanded. Yes. Oh, I forgot. You and I have not reached the level of Christianity of Katie Frost and friends, like maybe Brandt and others. We haven't reached that level. Because if you're a Christian and you believe in Jesus Christ, your personal Savior, or whatever you believe out there this morning, Katie and Brandt, they're here. Okay, let me get it over here. They're here. You're here. Okay? Just wanted to put that out because she is as snotty. Yes, she's snotty. She's a little brat. Everything. Now, she goes into this knowing from Friday night that Josh needs cover, right? She goes into this, Josh needs cover. Diana, I want you to get me, I want you to go to, hold on. I want 1 hour and 9 minutes, and I want to set this up. All right. Now, I have a belief system, and my belief system's called, if you're my friend on Monday, you're my friend on Tuesday. I want number 3. I want it 1 hour and 9 minutes, but don't put it there yet, okay? And my belief system is, if you're my friend on Monday, you're my friend on Tuesday. And what does that mean? No matter what happens today, friends, we're friends. I'm going to be there for you tomorrow. We're going to be friends, okay? Things happen in this world, all right? And we have forgiveness. We work through things, whatever it may be. But Katie Frost, on purpose, tried to go after David Cross. And you're going to listen to David's answer to her. And then you have the evil one, Debbie Dooley, goes out there and tries to mislead you. Now, I have not put in fact, if I had a job with the Georgia GOP Inc. on this second, I lost it in 1 second. I didn't even get the job. Hey, I applied. My application's in there. But listen to now. Katie Frost is already. She's doing the forum, right? Give me number 50. Thank you, Viking Dude of Cherokee County. Hey, what is today? What is it? Cinco de Mayo. Go get some tacos, enchiladas, wherever. Go right. So Katie Frost, my friend Josh McCoon, led us to victory in 2024 and is ready to do it again. When you won the Super Bowl, you don't change out the head coach. Now, stay with me because I'm going to pull Katie Frost into that because we have some questionable charges at the Georgia GOP that we're going to ask the question mark. Katie, does this pertain to you? We're not going anywhere yet. Stay with this, okay? So she has already got this set up. Now, remember, we're putting stuff out, but they got to run cover for Josh. So give me that video and listen to what she asked David Cross.
With all those ingredients together, we can fire John Ossoff and hold on to the governor's mansion. Thank you.
All right. If I stand back here, can everybody hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Can y'all hear me? Okay. So this question came in for Mr. Cross specifically. Your FINRA broker check shows that you were terminated by Merrill Lynch due to a lack of management confidence. There are also multiple infractions on your record and complaints. You've also said that former First Vice Chair Brian K. Pritchard, who is facing charges of voting illegally while serving out a felony sentence for forging checks, would be a key part of your team. How do you believe that this team would inspire trust from big donors?
Okay, do I have more than 1 minute? Because your question took more than 1 minute. Okay. I was fired from Merrill Lynch because I was a senior vice president there, top of the rung. I was high as you could possibly get. I had a client that wanted information on her account. She simply wanted to know how much money was coming in each month. I gave that information to her. The firm didn't want me to do that. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing illegal. I did nothing corrupt. I got my client the information that she wanted, and I was fired for my integrity. That's number one. Number two, am I gonna involve Brian Pritchard in my administration? He's a friend. Yes, he's a valuable resource for information about what's going on in Georgia. Is he going to become my executive director? No. I'm not going to hire my best friend, to be my executive director the way that our current chairman hired his best friend. I'm going to be able to inspire confidence in our large donors out there, and I know quite a few, but they won't give to the Georgia GOP because they don't trust us. We've got to rebuild trust, and again...
Hold right there. I want that. All right? I want that. So, the corrupt Debbie Dooley. Debbie, I think you're corrupt as hell. All right? So, let's get this. So, Katie Frost, you're corrupt as hell. I think you're corrupt as hell. I'm allowed to say it. I'm allowed to say I think you guys are corrupt as all get out. And I'm going to show you. So, Katie, in your question, number one, no one believes it came in for David Cross. And number two, let me look at the camera and tell you, Katie Frost, because I told you that night in the Zoom meeting when you were nasty as can be. Josh McCoon knows this. Debbie, piece of crap, whatever her last name is, escapes me. Do-shits knows this. Okay, all of you know I'm not facing any charges. You got it? Let's be clear. I am facing 0 charges. Got it? I have a civil case against your friend, Brad Raffensperger, and Attorney General Chris Carr. Now, normally, the MAGA group, if they say they are, the American First group, the Trump supporters, would say, hey, this is lawfare. Chris Carr and Brad Raffensperger are just trying to cause me a problem. But now, you guys are on board. So I'm not facing any charges. Let's be clear, Katie Frost. You want to have that conversation? I'll bring you on here. Because I tell you what, you cannot out-debate me, Katie. I don't care if you did pay for, lessons. All right, so that being said, that's number one. Number two, Debbie Dooley, when he says, is Brian my friend? Yes. if you cut that and you put it out in an email and say that I'm going to be a part of the Georgia GOP, Inc., and a valuable part of his administration, Debbie, you're full of shit. You know you are. You're a damn liar. You got that dark money at behind some damn dumpster somewhere, and you're full of absolute shit. So to do that, and none of you take action on the corruption that's going on, and the guy pulling out the company credit card, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's benefiting you, ? So now, I was disappointed. I didn't even have a chance at the job. David said I'm not getting it. Boom. But we all know this. We all know this right here, right? Where's Cue Ball? Where's he at? Give me number 16. We'll make it quickly, right? Now, Katie Frost wants to know how we're going to bring in big donors. If they have this bad guy here, if you got a bad guy, how you going to bring in, if you got fired? You know, Steve Jobs got fired from Apple. Did you know that? Go Google the top successful people. David Cross has had a successful business for years. And yes, they let him go. And he explained why, right? Boom. How will you get the donors in? This is Josh's best friend. Just saying. I mean, he's really like, they're close. Boom. That's Travis Cue Ball Bowden. He was the executive director of the Georgia GOP, Inc. As David said, you gave him, I can't get the job. David said that. Boom. Now, I'm telling you, Justin Rice, my opinion, if something bad happened and Josh got elected, Travis would be back in there. But Katie Frost, her dishonest ways of boxing this, because Josh is going to have problems. Let's see what David says. So let's go back to that. Because you're going to hear Josh answer the question, because David's going to finish it up. Go back to it.
I'm not going to hire my best friend, to be my executive director the way that our current chairman hired his best friend. I'm going to be able to inspire confidence in our large donors out there, and I know quite a few, but they won't give to the Georgia GOP because they don't trust us. We've got to rebuild trust, and again, that comes down to we have to doge the Georgia GOP. Our current chairman has put personal expenses onto the company credit card, and in my business, if that had happened, there would have been a police report and somebody would have been fired.
Well, Mr. Cross, you set up the next question. For Chairman McCune, the Georgia party rules say that the Georgia finances need to go through a financial review or an audit. Are you willing to do that in your next term as chairman, including any all credit cards?
Yes. So we will have a financial review that occurs after every election cycle. It occurred 2 years ago. It will occur this year. There will be a complete review of the finances from top to bottom. The Georgia Republican Party is incredibly transparent financially. Every expense, every contribution is reported. Those reports are prepared by our staff. They're reviewed by our treasurer. They are then submitted under oath to the various regulated agencies for federal and state campaign disclosures. We have demonstrated time and again how important it is to treat donor resources like our own money. One of the reasons that I think it is so important to invest in the Georgia Republican Party that I contributed $10,000 of my own money this year to the Georgia Republican Party because what we do matters. It is incredibly important. It's incredibly consequential. And the fact of the matter is, we run a very tight ship. If you look at our expenditures, you will find the vast majority of them have gone either to direct political action or to legal action. You know, we have fought a two-front war over the last 2 years. You know, other state parties that were facing the same thing we were facing. The Arizona Republican Party had to sell their headquarters. The Michigan Republican Party went broke, and they wound up calling a special convention and elected a new chairman. But in Georgia, we kept the lights on because we had a great team working hard to fundraise. And my opponent in this race talks about people not having confidence in the Georgia GOP. If he has the ability to fundraise, he could have fundraised for Donald Trump in 2024, and he didn't.
How would he?
The bald guy right there, that's cue ball. That's cue ball. He always gets back there and applauds his man. He goes everywhere with him. Cue ball. Can you back that up and show cue ball? I mean, that's cue ball. Josh gets done. I mean, he is amazed by Josh. I mean, Josh is special to him. I'm just saying. Can you or can you not? If you can't, just say no. I can take no. All right, so trust. I want to ask Katie Frost, all right, because you know you put that question out there as a cover-up to help Josh cover up. So I want to know, Katie Frost, what are you doing? Why do I got a blank screen? What's happening here? Did you fall out of the chair or something?
No, I'm trying to do something, and it's taking up my time. So just give me a second. I'm working on it. Just
all right,
give me a few seconds.
Well, give me 51. Just put 51 and forget the video. All right, so that, I want to know, Debbie Dooley, I'm serious, Katie Frost, all of you, are you part of the cover-up? Were you at the steak dinner? I'm serious. Are you guys part of the cover-up? That was a cover-up. Now, Josh goes into a financial review. Every 2 years, we do a financial review, right? There's cue ball right there. Thank you. See, there's cue ball. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate it. I always should back away when she's trying to do something. I know she's always up to something. So, a financial review, not an audit. We're going to do a financial. You relax, okay? I gave $10,000 this year, again with the $10,000. Was that for the courtesy or the room that you have at the? We run a tight ship. A vast majority of our money has gone to two fronts. If our opponent was so concerned about fundraising, he could have raised some more money. And then I could have. So now, Josh, I'm going to show you this because then we're going to go to Katie Frost. Now, Josh, on Saturday, goes down to Chatham. Before he goes down there, he thanks Katie Frost. Give me number 139. He gives a thank you to Katie Frost there, 139. Josh McCoon. I had a great time last night at the 3rd Congressional District Forum for candidates for office. Katie Frost did a wonderful job giving all the candidates an opportunity to speak. I was pleased to offer my positive vision for keep winning as chairman. Well, Katie helped you out. Now, Katie did some other things, very set up. Kylie Kramer, we might get into today or tomorrow. It was dirty. And Betsy Kramer, terrible person. I'm going to show you. Just terrible. Noreen Cantor is a hero. She is a top candidate. And Lisa Pierce came out pretty strong herself. We're going to see if we can get into that. So Saturday, Josh is reeling and a rocking here. Give me 135. He goes down to Candace Taylor. Candace, I have to ask you, are you part of the cover-up? Are you? How much longer are you guys going to be part of the cover-up? Because that's what it is right now. One of the greatest parts of serving the Georgia GOP 1st District, my friendship with the best state chair in America. Is this? Did you post this before you found these things out, Candace? Because we're going to show you. Now, He goes down there and he goes, oh, by the way, give me video 19. Oh, by the way.
Again, I can talk about every single thing you saw in that video. The one thing I do want to address directly with you is party finances, because I think it's really important for everybody to understand what's going on. There is one charge that I made that was an auto draft. I got finished with the November election, and this is sort of embarrassing to admit to everyone, but I was in the worst physical shape of my life, so I went to sign up for a gym membership. I gave them the wrong credit card. It took about 90 days to unwind that mistake. I fully reimbursed the Georgia Republican Party, and I apologize to you for that mistake that I made.
Give me 104. You stay there. So, Candace, give me 104. It was sweating to the oldies, right? And then go back to Kansas if you could. Now, he said, oh, something I probably should share with you guys. Okay? I'm going to see. I accidentally bought the wrong credit card. You know, pulled out the wrong credit card. May have. I don't know. At Buckhead Butcher. May have. Don't know yet. We're checking. So then Candace Taylor there. You remember now there's nothing. This is if you're a friend of Josh, and if you're a district chair, and if you do as instructed, you get this. Remember the big give me 19. Don't forget, just a little side note, Chatham County Republican Party, Candace there for, being on board. You got, for your watch party in Chatham County, you got $1,826 from the Georgia Republican Party, Inc. Just a little side note. And then we got this, number 21. He didn't apologize for Brooks Brothers. We have Brooks Brothers at a meeting, $131.96. That's against the law, personal stuff. Now, we have this here, number 22. We're waiting on some answers. Catering. We had some catering. Right? Buckhead Butcher, catering, Buckhead Butcher. Now, there could have been some people come in from the RNC. They could have. There could have been a team of people come in and they had to have a meeting and they called the caterer. This could have happened, but $493. We have the one of many, number 23, the personal. Now, this one gets me. And we're looking into this. Number 24, FEA Staff Victory Party, Hal's Steakhouse, $3,350. $3,350. Do you realize now? Have you ever been to Burns Steakhouse in Tampa? I have. Have you ever been to Burns Steakhouse in Tampa? And by the time you get through the drinks and get through the steak and go to the dessert room, see that credit card bill, right? I get it. I want to know who all was at this meeting, what it was for, because I understand that the Georgia GOP Inc., you may entertain people. I get that. You're trying to raise money. I get that. I've been around, Josh. Actually, I'm smarter than you, Josh. I actually am. I am smarter than you, although you have that legal degree. This Hal's Steakhouse, can we get a list now? Can we get a list? It's 11/15/2024. It's after the election. It's called Victory Party. Now, I don't know. Maybe Trump Force 47, but $3,350 at Steakhouse. Now that one, okay, if you can get us some details, Josh, get us some details. And then we have, these are a couple that are coming up. We have a team, number 30, Kentucky Society of Washington, meeting and membership, $1,235. Then we have the dry cleaners, number 31, Josh. I don't know if this is Jacqueline's. Josh, can I ask you a question? Is Jacqueline using the card? No, I just because you're the one, Josh. You're the one that named her the greatest volunteer when it comes to grassroots. She's the most amazing grassroots individual in Georgia. My wife, Jacqueline. Right? That's what you said, Josh. I didn't. I get the video. You said it. So maybe when she was out there, volunteering, bopping around, hey, I'm volunteering over here, over here, over here. I don't know. Did she swipe the card? I'm just wondering, Josh. Anyhow, the cleaners, 105. A cleaner again, 221. Now, here's the one that I want answers on. Now, look at the date. This is March. Now, the election is over, right? Stop there. The election's over. It's over. It's March. This is March 6, 2025. March 6, 2025. January, February, March. So, is this a re-election strategy meeting? What is this? Now, I want to know, and I'm asking the question, Josh. Let's get the information. Give us the full details and all the expenses. Airfare, who paid for airfare? Because, see, this is Scottsdale, Arizona. You see that, Scottsdale, Arizona? And this is March of this year. Election's over in November, January, February, March. Boom. Inauguration's over. Everything's over. Right? What are you doing in Scottsdale, Arizona, 3/06/2025? And who did you take in Scottsdale, Arizona? Because now I just want to know, because this is the home of Turning Point Action. Yes, this is Charlie Kirk, Turning Point Action. This is their home, right? Am I correct? Who did you take to this restaurant for $1,771? I mean, was that a thank you to them? Did you fly out there to say thank you? I mean, could you not have sent them a box of Omaha steaks? I'm serious, could you? Say, look, we're broke. We're the Georgia GOP. We need to save our money. Okay. Now, I'm not saying expenses don't happen, but why were you in Scottsdale, Arizona? Now, I want to ask a question. We're going to switch gears because Josh has a lot to answer for. Now, I think he's going to run for Secretary of State. We're going to get with that in a minute. But now this is where I need some answers from Katie Frost, and I need some answers from Josh McCoon, and somebody needs to tell us something. Now, give me number 36. And 36 is a $5,000 payment. $5,000 payment. And as you can see, it's on 3/24/2025. And it's made out to Best Guest Media. Best Guest Media. Now, what does Best Guest Media do? All right. Best Guest Media. I'm going to tell you. Media consultant. All right. There's a federal share and a non-federal share, and it's for $5,000. Now, I have been offered this, not particularly maybe from this company, but I've been offered this in the past. So when you're watching all those network shows and they need guests, right? They need guests. And you've got Newsmax, and you've got Nation, One Nation News, and you've got CNN and CBS, and you've got Fox. The list goes on, right? And you got all those programs, and there's the round table and one guest now bringing in someone from Georgia to say what they think about Trump. They have to keep these networks going, all right? And the way you promote yourself is you get a company to get you on these shows to promote your angle. Now, if you are during the campaign if we were spending $5,000 to get Josh or someone on the networks to talk about Georgia, okay. But campaign's over. Now, don't forget, campaign's over. And this is March, and it's 2025. Who is this $5,000 benefiting? I mean, we got to have answers because this is to Wayne, New Jersey. Now, let me show you a couple things, all right? Because actually, I know how this works. So, this company, give me number 28. We'll go with 28 first. This company here, all right? This is Best Guest. It is a broadcast media production and distribution company. All right, they got 3 decision makers. There you go. There's 3 decision makers. All right, that's some of the things. Now, Best Guest Media for 10 years, number 29. Now, how do you know the Georgia GOP Inc.? How do you know how this works? So, Senior Vice President, Guest Best Media. This person here in January 2015. They've been with this company since January 2015. Senior Talent Executive for National Public Relations Company. Worked with the Ted Cruz presidential campaign, placing surrogates on national TV and radio programs. Placed over 400, including MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, Fox Business. This is how this works. And this individual here, right, worked with the Ted Cruz campaign. And that would be my understanding, if I have this correct. I say that if I have this correct. This is number 34. This is the individual that was with the Ted Cruz campaign. So this business is all. Now, I'm just going to say maybe someone with the Ted Cruz campaign met this person and built a relationship, and then this person goes over to Best Guest Media. All right, just saying, follow me. Are you following me? Because this is all a lot of smoke, but we want answers, okay? Because I want to know who is placing these media hits for $5,000. Now, give me number 26. The breakdown of delegates became very closely watched sport during the presidential primaries. Now, these delegates are headed to vote at the Republican National Convention in Cleveland. This was in Cleveland in 2016 because Katie Frost did not work for Donald Trump or support Donald Trump in 2016. Katie Frost worked closely with the Cruz campaign. Yes, in 2016, Katie Frost worked very closely with the Ted Cruz campaign. So I don't know if she met somebody while doing that. Now, number 25, Katie Frost, Republican strategist, right? Ted Cruz for president, February 2016 to May 2016. For 4 months, she worked for the Ted Cruz campaign. I don't know if she met this lady, number 34. I don't know if she met this lady, number 34. As you can see, number 29, Best Guest Media. All right. They are known for working with the Ted Cruz campaign. All right. And placing media spots. Now, what does this mean? Because I know what it means. I know exactly what it means. Okay. So what happens is, let's go here. Now, $5,000, number 36. All right. Now, I just want to know, who is Best Guest Media representing at the Georgia GOP Inc.? Because it's Best Guest Media. What does that mean? All right. Now, as you can see, I'm going to show you a couple here. and I know somebody that knows how this works, and they could probably help tell me what happened, because I know how it works. Let's start with this one here. And Josh, all you got to do is clear it up. Now, give me number 49. Now, that happened in March, $5,000 in March. I don't know how many of those are out there. Here's Katie Frost coming up on NTD News. Wow, that's March 4th, Katie Frost. And then, this could all be a coincidence. Ted Cruz, Best Guest Media, Georgia GOP. Now, I don't know who the Georgia GOP is paying to get media hits. Now, give me number 48. Just the other day, she was on Fox 5, Washington, D.C. And she was on Washington, D.C. And that was April 29th of this year, talking about Trump's first 100 days. Now, what happens is Best Media, Media, whatever they call it is, we'll get back to that in a minute. Best Guest Media, what they do, because I was offered that, not from this company, but I was told years ago. I called someone, I said, how do you get on these roundtables? They told me the whole story, all these roundtables and everyone. There's companies that you have to contract with. They don't just find you. I mean, look at this talent here. You would think I'd be on every show. They don't just find you. You have companies that set you up and they make calls. Hey, I can get you somebody from Georgia. I can do this. All right, this is Fox 5 in Washington, D.C., talking about Trump's first 100 days. Here is Saturday morning, number 47, another hit with Fox. All right. And here's one, number 43. I did not know this until the other day, that she's a former executive director of the Georgia Freedom Caucus, but this is number 43 on News Nation. And here she is on CNN, number 41. They can get you on CNN, MSNBC, Debate in Doubt. This was debate night. She was on CNN. Now look at here, number 40. How did she get on a roundtable with Scott Jennings on CNN at night? That's Katie in the red. How did she get on there? And here you go, number 39. Here is Katie Frost, Republican strategist, and that is a Washington, D.C. Fox hit. And here's the other morning. Remember the other morning after the Wisconsin Supreme Court, after the Supreme Court campaign election in Wisconsin, Fox News, CNN, she was on at 4 a.m., right? Give me number 38. She was on at 4 a.m. the day after that. And it says right there, former aide to the Ted Cruz campaign, Katie Frost. All right. And she was on the next morning at 4:26 a.m. for almost 30 minutes on CNN. So now my point that I'm making, because there's a lot of smoke, now go to 37. I want to know, Georgia Republican Party, Inc., Best Guest Media. That's what they do. They take a talent or they take somebody. I want to know in March why you gave them $5,000 and who's the account for. Now, my question mark, is it Katie Frost? It is. That's my question mark. Is the Georgia GOP, Inc. paying $5,000 to Best Guest Media in March? Campaign's over. Now, if we have these during the campaign, I'm not saying I like them, because they would put the chairman of the Georgia GOP up almost any time, and it's not a charge because they want to keep up with Georgia. So I don't know why we've ever paid the Georgia GOP, Inc., this company here, $1 to get spot hits on different media. Now, I know how it works, but I really want to know, March, how many receipts go to Best Guess Media, and is that for Katie Frost? I just want to know. It's a smoke and mirrors. Boom. It's a question mark. I'm just saying, a question mark. Now, because look here, number 44. You see 44? Katie Frost, a new generation of Republican strategy has arrived. And then number 45, about Katie Frost. Katie Frost is a Republican strategist with over a decade of experience, right? And then check out 46. You could book Katie Frost right there. I don't know where it goes, but you can book Katie Frost. And we do know, number 50, that she considers Josh McCoon her friend. My friend Josh McCoon led us to victory in 2024 and is ready to do it again in 2026 when you've just won the Super Bowl. You see, my friend, just saying. Just saying. I don't know. It may be a coincidence that we're giving Best Guest Media out of New York and New Jersey, that's what they do, is stage guest on all these shows. Maybe it was part of the contract. I don't know. But I tell you what, we should find out. It's a big question to me. $5,000, right, Josh? Just saying. Now, all right, now, so we know we've talked about the credit card 54. Now, the other night, I just want to play this for a second, and we're going to do, it's 11:09. Can I do Secretary of State before we leave? Because then I have to get in tomorrow to Betsy Kramer. I can't do that now, but can I do Secretary of State?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this won't take long. I think Josh McCoon, by the way, give me number 58. This was interesting. We'll talk about it tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about here. Kylie, Jaquan, and Princess. I think Josh and others have thrown Princess under the bus. I really do. I really do. There's Princess. Now, let's see if I have anything else. Now, Josh McCoon, number 75. I think he's running for Secretary of State. And I'll tell you why I think he's running for Secretary of State. I just do. Because I have a trained ear. Right, Debbie? You know that. So, at the event, when they were at the Young Republicans, and we're talking about paper ballots, listen to something, all right? And listen to the way Josh says it. Josh McCoon says it. Give me video 16.
Real clear about something, though. I'm not going to tell you a story and say, if you elect me chairman, I can wave a magic wand and make it happen. Because there are two ways it can happen. The legislature can legislate it, or we can elect a Secretary of State in 2026 who on day one decertifies the machines. Those are the two ways that can happen. But I am for paper ballots, yes ma'am.
We could elect a Secretary of State, if you want paper ballots, that on day one decertifies the machine. Now, sounded a little bit like a campaign promise. But, so I said, okay, I've got to wait because I got to hear this one more time. I got to hear it one more time. So give me video 17 and let me go to, I have it here. Give me, go for, well, we don't want to go for KKK McCoon right now. Damn. So they asked a question. Katie Frost cannot be trusted on anything. They asked the question, if you don't win. So they go down through there. It's a really stupid question because, first of all, Donald Trump would never say, I lose. I would lose. So I know what his answer would be. But if you don't win, what will you do? Will you garden? What will you do? Get a second job? So Josh has asked this, if you don't win, right? I want 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 55 seconds. 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 55 seconds of video 17. So Josh has asked, what if you don't win? And I want you to listen to his answer because Josh McCoon does not bring something out of thin air. He doesn't. And he said this a couple weeks ago.
Brad.
So I've won elections, I've lost elections, more fun to win. But if I was not successful here, the project that I would be most interested in, because I think it's the biggest piece of unfinished election integrity business, and that's been talked about quite a bit tonight, is to go out wearing this hat. You can't really get into the primary recruitment game. But if I was no longer chairman of the party, I would make it my mission to recruit a candidate for Secretary of State whose sole platform would be, on day one after being sworn in, they would decertify the Dominion voting machines, which would force the transition to the paper ballot method that we've been talking about tonight. Woo! Thank you.
Now catch this. If no longer. Okay, maybe. But that's the second time he said, I would look for a Secretary of State candidate. Now, he's not going to look for an AG candidate because we have people that have already announced for AG. He's not going to look for a lieutenant governor candidate because he's got a couple in there that he knows is running for lieutenant governor. He's not going to look for a Senate candidate. He's not going to look for a governor candidate. Attorney General, no. He's going to look for a Secretary of State candidate. And that makes twice he put that out there, if no longer. All right? I'm just telling you right now. That's twice he's put that out there. If no longer, he would look for. Because you got to remember, Josh ran for Secretary of State. Josh wanted to be Secretary of State. Got it? Don't forget. And I don't think he wants to wait till 2030, because that means if he waited till 2030, because 2026, the next time Secretary of State comes open would be 2030. And I don't think Josh wants to wait and run again for chairman. I don't think he wants 3 terms as chairman, but we'll see. Now, a lot of people have sold out. They're making deals behind the scenes. There's things going on. We've showed you the pictures right here. We show you the pictures, and we'll get into this tomorrow, but I got to do this now. We got number 104 sweating to the oldies, and then we showed you these pictures from, here you go. You got number 6. You got number 6. You've got number 7. You got Jason Thompson. You got Debbie Dooley. This is all strategy they're working on. That's number 6. Give me number 7. Here is Josh, Sally, and Debbie. And you got old attack dog number 4. So who did they make a deal with? Now, it's of my opinion a deal has been made. All right? And we'll get into 2 deals I think have been made. But here's one. Number 63. Now, Brad Barnes he ran for second vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party 2 years ago. Brad Barnes from the 14th District from Rome, Georgia. Okay, and he was unsuccessful. And he has now become a surrogate for Josh McCoon. He's been seen riding to events with Josh and Sally, with Sally. He's been seen riding to events. They have a team. They ride together. He has, when Josh is in Savannah, he goes to Fayette County, and he acts as a surrogate for Josh there. I mean, he is loving him some Josh McCoon. Greatest guy that's ever lived, according to Brad. Now, Brad has kindly flipped. Now, so he was the last one. Everything was set up Friday night. And I'm getting out of here. But everything was set up Friday night. Go to video 17. And this is Brad Barnes. So they go all the way down through there if you don't win, and good night, right? And Brad's sitting right next to Katie, and this was done on purpose, right? Well, no, his name starts with a B, so he was first. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Now, one more thing I want to show you. So Brad's sitting on the very end, and he gets to go last next to Katie. And I'm not going to play all of it because it might be too disgusting to take. And give me 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 40 seconds. Brad, are you going to condone what Josh is doing? 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 40 seconds.
When I stood before you on the stage at convention in 2023, I made a solemn promise to you that I would fight for you every day, and I relentlessly kept that promise to you. I fought in the courts, I fought in the streets, I fought everywhere to re-elect Donald Trump and to build the Republican Party to be as strong as it could be. And so I will renew that commitment. The chairman knows that I'm all in, and anything he needs, I will get done for him. And just since I'm the last speaker, as a point of personal privilege, I'm friends with both David and with Josh. And I just want to say that Josh is the hardest working chairman we've ever had in this party. He works from the moment he wakes up till he's falling asleep in the back seat as we ride around the state from event to event. And he's the furthest thing from a racist you can possibly imagine. He's welcoming, he's warm, he's a great guy. And I think he gets no salary for that, by the way. Not a penny. It actually costs him money to do this and to put up with these lies and these attacks. And I just want to say thank you, Josh McCoon, for stepping up to lead the Georgia Republican Party. And I know you'll do even more and even better in your next term as chairman. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you.
Give me video 7.
.2. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Are you trying to take Travis Bowden's place? How did Josh become your new hero? I mean, you're going to have to mask it. Give me one more time, video 7, just one more time, so we can get out of here.
0.2. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Give me number 62. Look at the name cards. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. You can see all the candidates are printed out, but Kylie Kramer with an E, Betsy Kramer, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Betsy's a bad person, very bad person. We got stuff tomorrow on second vice chair and half this nasty group. But look at the cards. They're all nicely made. You can have these printed out like in 15 seconds, but they don't want Kylie there, so they hand wrote a card for her. Her name's handwritten on a card. They don't want her there. And give me number 70. See, they're trying to stage. Now look at here. Lisa Pierce, Alice Olenek, Sally Grubhub, David Cross. You could print that card. I mean, you can print it on any printer and fold it up on stock paper. I mean, Katie Frost, you guys are very, very wealthy. You know you can get it done in like 30 seconds. They don't want Lisa Pierce there. Look. See that? They don't want her there. These are despicable, disgusting, evil, my opinion, corrupt. And if we could look behind the curtain, a jail you'll be a-going. I'll see you tomorrow morning.